So we're into the January transfer window in the last season of Back to Prem with Middlesbrough. Let's get into it and see how we're going to do. So, building on from the last episode where we went through all the stats and everything like that, we haven't progressed at all other than to get into the 1st of January. Borja Mayoral would probably be our main out. Mark Bollard does have interest in him, but we're probably not going to sell him because he's our backup left wing back. But Borja Mayoral probably will go. I'm happy to sell him if we get a decent enough bid. I said before, I think I'm looking around about 20 million, hopefully 25 million from one of these would be good. But the schedule we've got coming up then, we'll be back. I guess we'll pop back if there's any major transfer news, but I'm not expecting too much other than maybe Mayoral to go out and then use that money to bring someone else in. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll come back with transfer news and then we'll come back and review all these fixtures at the end of January. And, well, yeah, see you then. Okay, so I said we'd come back with any transfer news, and it so happens to be on deadline day on the 31st of January. We're looking to bring in Andre Horta for 19 million, which will be 6 million down, I think, and then 13 million over 12 months in 3 instalments or something. I don't know. Very good. Another bit of competition for attacking midfield. Looks pretty decent. We're only here for a half or more season, so I thought getting someone in like this could be pretty useful. 25 years old, I'm going to bring him in. We've got that money because we did end up selling what's his face, Borja Mayoral for 16 million, so we made a little tidy profit on him for someone that actually didn't play that well. But in the Championship, he's 1-in-1, so he's doing pretty well. We do have a game today, which is against Southampton, which obviously I'm not going to play on that because that's not what we're doing in this save. But we will come back if there's anything to report either side of it. We'll just let Wing come and help. Register him. He is registered. Squad number. We'll give you number 12. Why not? You're not a number 9, so that's all right. We'll carry on. And Paredes has had his work permit rejected. We will appeal it. So I've also gone for Leandro Paredes from PSG. He's transfer listed, not wanted. Another option for central midfield. I think it would be pretty good. And we've still got, speaking of in recent days, amid talk of a deal being under discussion, but that no longer appears to be the case, leaving their immediate future rather uncertain. Well, I don't care about that. I think when we go to Club Vision, I think it says, yeah, he'll never leave the club over his own violation. So I don't think he'll be going anytime soon. I've been cagey with the media, apparently. So he has been granted a conditional work permit. So there you go. 2 players come in on deadline day with 2 central midfielders. So excellent. Send it on a course. We'll register him in the squad, which is good. Yes. We'll ask Eric Bai to welcome him in. That's fine. And excellent. I don't want to discuss the club's finances. Right, well, that will be all of our deals done in January. And the results have been pretty decent, to be honest. We beat Southend 4-1 in the FA Cup. Ryan Brewster getting a hat-trick. I played a strong team in that one. Tottenham, we won 2-1. Moise Keane and Montiel getting the goals. Sun Heung-ming's getting one back for them. 1-0 win against Fulham as well. Boller in the 91st minute after Brewster missed the penalty. 1-1 against Preston in the FA Cup. I played a strong team. It didn't pay off. It did pay off in the second leg where we won 1-0. Very, very comfortable. Very easy, that one. 2-1 win against Wolves. The curse is now officially lifted. We've beaten them twice this season. Goals for Moro and Ruiz. Patrick Coutron got one for them as well. Put them in the lead, but we fought back. And then 3-3 against Burnley. Eric Bailly and Brahim Diaz scoring both in first half injury time, which is something I've never seen before. Troy Deeney and Chris Wood scoring for them. And as I said, we've got the game against Southampton. I think what we'll do is we'll probably come back. I don't know. I'll either come back after Crystal Palace or after Bournemouth, and then the final episode of this series will be the end of the season, and then wrapping up everything that's happened and gone on. But appearances wise, Darren Randolph always the most, isn't he? Goalkeeper, so he's always going to make the most appearances. Wood, Kovacic up there. You can see we're rotating a little bit more this year. Goals, Brewster with 13, ridiculously good. Moise Keane with 7, Ruiz with 6. Assist-wise, Abel Ruiz is up there with 8, Rodriguez with 6, and Diaz with 6 as well. So it's all going very, very well. Best player of the year so far, of the season so far. Ricardo Rodriguez and Montiel. So it's great. And Moise Kean. So it's fantastic to see 3 new signings dominating the average ratings. That's what you want to see as a manager. Yeah, it's all going very, very well. And we're up to 5th. So we are 1 point off a playoff position. Playoff position? I'm still in championship mode. Off Champions League positions. Which is absolutely ridiculous when you think that we're Middlesbrough. But it's been really, really good. It's been absolutely amazing. But we'll be back. I've got to make a decision now. We'll be back after the we'll come back after the Crystal Palace game and then come back after the Bournemouth game as well. So I'll have 2 more little bits in this episode. So we'll play these games offline and I'll see you in a sec. So we're at the beginning of March, the end of April, and we started the month with a 4-1 loss to Man United, with Leandro Paredes getting sent off on his debut for 2 yellow cards. Yeah, he hasn't featured since. Ridiculous. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. But two yellow cards, he got sent off. What can you do about it? We lost 4-1. Followed that with a 1-1 draw at Leicester. We took an early lead through Brahim Diaz, and then they equalised on the hour mark. It was a shame. We played very well. 3-0 win against Norwich to get us back to winning ways. Horta getting his first goal for the club, Brewster, and then Moise Kean scoring as well. And we've just beaten Crystal Palace 1-0. Ricardo Rodriguez on the score sheet again. He's had a very good season for us after bringing him in. Look at that. It's absolutely ridiculous for a left wing back, playing really, really well. And we go into March. Why did I say beginning of March, end of April? I clearly meant beginning of March, end of February. Dates and months are difficult, people. We've covered this already in a previous episode. We've got Watford in the FA Cup 5th round, Leeds, Liverpool, Bournemouth, and then we get to the end of the season. But it is getting close to crunch time. We are in the top 4. Arsenal still have a game in hand on us, but we are keeping the pressure on to get into that top 4 spot. Now, this won't continue, even if people really want it to, then we might continue it. But I do have other clubs lined up, and I want you guys still to leave me recommendations of which original 1992 Premier League club should we do as part of this series. I don't know who I'm going to do next, because I've actually recorded a lot of these videos before even the first ones come out, so I just want to get the opinion on them. They will carry on, even if they don't get much traction. I think they're a good idea, and I enjoy them. And it gives me a different way to play the game, because I'm not worrying about finances or anything like that. Literally, I get 3 years, and I've got to do the best I can. So, unless they're in a league that takes more than 3 years to even get to the Premiership. But we'll deal with that when that happens, when that comes up. But, yeah, it's going all right. Into the squad then. Goals. Brewster still leads the way, 15. I'm going to try and not always get the same people as well. There will be some crossover through the saves. Like, it would be very easy for me to probably loan Ryan Brewster every single club I am. But I'm going to try and not do that. 9 for Moise Kean, 7 for Ricardo Rodriguez from left wing back, 6 for Abel Ruiz, 5 for Brahim Diaz, and 4 for the right wing back Montiel as well, who's been a very good signing, to be honest. Assist wise, 8 for Ruiz and 7 for Ricardo Rodriguez, 6 for Brahim Diaz and 6 for Montiel as well. And appearances, it's still Dan Randolph that leads the way with a 32. I think it's 32 of 32 he's played. He may have missed one. No, he missed one game, 32 of 33. Because if we look at Joel Pereira, he's played 1. Yeah, 32 of 33. So, average rating-wise, Ricardo Rodriguez, the 2 wing-backs, that's how important they are. If you get 2 good wing-backs with this formation, with a 5-3-2, you're on fire. Or a 3-5-2, then you're on fire. But look at that. It's unbelievably good high ratings that we've had from our players. And even then, Moise Kean with a perfect 10 in training as well is absolutely brilliant. So, it is going ridiculously well. Now, finances, we're not making as much money this year. We are nearly £100,000 over our wage budget. Meh, that doesn't really bother me at the moment. And it's going very well. Vision, they're very disappointed with me not using the youth system, and we are struggling within the wage budget. I love the fact as well, they are now... So they were previously concerned when we drew 0-0 with Liverpool, and they're concerned at the heavy 400 feet. Remember, what they actually want us to do this year is mid-table, and we are currently 4th in the Premier League, and they're disappointed that we've lost 4-1 to Man United, who are top by 3 points. Absolutely ludicrous. Anyway, we will be back to end this episode at the end of March after that Bournemouth game. So we'll see you then. So we've got to the end of March and therefore the end of this episode, but we will go through the results and stuff like that. But we've got a youth intake, and I've got to point this out. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo A 16-year-old centre-back from Brazil has come through the Middlesbrough youth system. It's absolutely crazy. It's brilliant. Part of me is like, I wish I was carrying this on just so that I could play Cristiano Ronaldo for Middlesbrough. But, alas, we won't. We will just get the director to sign the players he recommends. In the month of March, then, we are out of the FA Cup. We lost 1-0 to Watford. Very disappointing. But we did beat Leeds 3-1. Ryan Brewster getting a goal and Ricardo Rodriguez getting 2. He loves a last-minute goal, does Rodriguez. We lost 3-0 to Liverpool. Very one-sided. Darren Randolph got an 8.2. Played unbelievably well. The rest of the team didn't. And a 2-2 draw against Bournemouth, where they brought David Brooks on after about 75 minutes. I think we went 2-0 up, and they brought him on, and he completely changed the game by scoring and getting an assist, which was very annoying. But overall, it is going brilliantly well. We're still up in 5th. We've dropped off 4th. We're 4 points behind, and they've got a game in hand, so it's likely we're going to be like 7 points behind Arsenal. But I mean, anywhere up here is absolutely superb in it, let's be honest. We're still 3 points ahead of Chelsea. They will probably catch us up because they'll probably beat us when we go to the bridge. But overall, it's going incredibly well, this save. I wouldn't have imagined it going as well as it has. Darren Randolph's still there, 36 out of 37 appearances. He's done so well this season. Again, goals, Ryan Brewster with 17 goals. Ridiculously good. Moise Keane with 10. Ricardo Rodriguez with 9 from left wing back. And Abel Ruiz with 6 and Brian Diaz with 5. Assists Assist 8 for Abel Ruiz, 7 and 7 for Rodriguez and Montiel, and 6 for Diaz and 4 for Wood. And the highest average rated player, Ricardo Rodriguez, with his 9 goals and 7 assists in 30 games. He's been ridiculously good. And just a reminder, we picked him up for under 13 million, and look how good he's been. Man United paid 31.5 million for him a while ago. He has been ridiculously good. I think this is one of those, if we were going to carry this on, I reckon we'd be able to sell him for like 35 million or something and make a huge profit. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's going very, very well. So, the next episode will be the last episode of the Back to Prem Middlesbrough save. And it will feature the months of April and May, and then a quick recap of all the 3 seasons that we've done, how it's been going on, what it's like, and I don't know if I probably won't reveal who I'm planning to do next, because I would like to just get this to get a little bit of traction and understand, well, if anyone is recommended by you guys who we want to see play. So yeah, it's very, very interesting, and I am really enjoying it. Dynamics-wise, everything's going really well, as you'd expect with a club like this doing how well we are. And, the transfer budget's gone up. That's strange. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Club Vision. So they're very disappointed that we're not using the youth system at the moment, and we're struggling, and we failed the FL Cup. But we're still A+ rated, which is absolutely ridiculous, because that's how good we're doing. Andre Horta has played pretty well. 8 appearances, 1 goal, 6.93. Paredes, on the other hand, he's improved, but not... he could do better. But it's been absolutely brilliant, this save. And it's a shame it's coming into an end, but it's actually made me really interested now for the rest of the sort of series that I want to do around this. And they'll all be getting their own playlists, so you can come in and choose and watch whichever ones you want. So yeah, it should be very, very good. But thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. If you want to see more Football Manager videos, go and check out one of these playlists that we've got on the side here. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.